I used to be a carer once, maybe 5-6 years ago, and slowly I worked on. Now I'm currently working as a doctor in the UK.
Hey, gorgeous people! Welcome to my channel, Being a Carer with moi, Kes. I know you're wondering, what's this on your head, Kes? Yeah, it's in the spirit of Christmas. And today I have me a very lovely, cute guy. Please don't tell my husband I said he's cute, okay? And he's going to tell us about his life's journey. Trust me, you want to sit and watch this video to the very end so you understand what I'm talking about. My name is Kesiena Akwara Atie, a health and stroke trainer. To all you old and new returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. Honestly and truly appreciate every single one of you. And hey, if you're just watching this channel for the first time, hello, what are you waiting for? Smash the subscribe button, yeah? Give me a thumbs up, like the video, and don't forget to click on that all-important notification bell. So whenever I upload a new video, you will be among the very first to know. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Care by Kes. And as always, I will see you there. So what are we waiting for? Let's drum roll. Boom. As we welcome the cute Dr. Mefin. Yay!
What's up, everyone? You alright? It's nice to see you all, you guys, and it's been an absolute pleasure meeting with Kez as well today. And she's asked me to make a video for you guys, especially on my journey and who I am. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to go through basics of what I did to become a doctor, who I was before. So basically give you an intro of who I am, and just helping you guys out on making career pathway selections and moving forward, and especially what you want to do. So a bit about myself. So my name is Mefin. So I know it's
now you see he has hijacked the show. He's hijacked everything, but no problem, no worries. Young blood, cutie, go ahead. Go on.
Listen, my name is Mefin. A common way to remember it is, the thing that you eat, muffin. Yeah, but just change the U into E, so it's M-E-F-I-N. So the reason why we're making the video today is basically to enlighten all you guys of how the different career progressions that you can take from being a carer, especially my story as well. Like I used to be a carer once, maybe 5-6 years ago, and slowly I worked on. Now I'm currently working as a doctor in the UK. So Kes has nicely asked me today to make a video with her to explain on what were the different stages in my career that I took, all the progressions that I made, what are the different changes that I came up with to becoming a doctor from a carer. So yeah, so let's get on into the video, and then hopefully she would ask me a few questions and it would answer your questions. And ideally this video is just to simply enlighten you guys on just being better as yourself, wanting more, wanting to become a better person.
Hey.
Right, Kes?
So yeah, so this is Mefin. He's told you he have to remember his name, okay? So
yeah.
Tell us about Mefin, or how to pronounce his name rather. So Mefin, tell us about yourself.
So basically I've been living in the UK for about 20 years now. So initially we moved to the UK. My parents are originally from India, so I'm of Indian origin, but I'm a British citizen in the UK. So we moved to the UK in 2004.
Okay.
And ever since then we've been living here. So I did all my education and things like this here in the UK. I'm currently 25 years old. I'm married.
Whoa,
yeah.
25 and married with a baby.
Almost as if, yeah. And currently I work as a doctor in the UK as well. So in this video what we're going to talk about is what I was before. So before I became a doctor and everything else, and even sitting in front of this camera speaking to you guys, there's a past of me before that no one really speaks about. So 5-6 years ago, so those of you that are watching this video, maybe this could be enlightened to you. I used to be a carer in the UK, so I used to work in nursing homes as a carer, and slowly from there then I went on to becoming a phlebotomist. So I went and worked in certain
pause.
Surgery.
A phlebotomist. He's going to explain what does a phlebotomist do.
Okay, so as a phlebotomist, what you're basically blood. You're a blood taker. So simply.
Not a vampire.
No vampire. See, she's funny. Listen, every single one of you that subscribe, make sure you tell your friends and everything, keep subscribing and watch more. And if you're having a stressful day at work, probably watch this video in your break time. So basically, phlebotomist is someone, is the person that works in the NHS that takes your blood. So you come in with a blood test result form that your GP or your doctor prescribes you, and then you basically go to this person. And these are the experienced or qualified people that takes your blood. And there's a lot of job opportunities and a lot of career opportunities in the UK as a phlebotomist. So initially I started off as a carer, and I was working in a nursing home as a permanent staff, Monday to Friday, 8 to 8 shifts, so 12-hour shifts. And then slowly I picked up agency work, and then I had a bit more time on my hand, and then I decided to become a phlebotomist. So I was working in both the hospital, NHS, as well as that I was also working in a GP practice, which is a primary care centre of NHS. Wow. And so this is how my career started. So we're roughly talking 2015, 2016 time. I became a phlebotomist around 2017, and I worked in a GP care centre for about a year as a phlebotomist, and also as a in the NHS as well. And slowly, when I was there, I started seeing doctors. All my colleagues were doctors or nurses and stuff. So I thought to myself, why don't I also try to embark upon a career to become a doctor? Now, most of you probably thinking it's not that easy. Or after you finish your college or your higher secondary education, you get a certain amount of grades. You have to do an entrance exam and stuff like this. But me, I wasn't very successful like that during my school years or something. Instead, I had minimal grades. But what I did was, after I went for caring, I became a phlebotomist, and then I did access to medicine, something called, where there's like a 6-month course where you do access to medicine.
Okay.
And that course basically gave me the ability, or it provided the gateway for me to apply to medicine in the UK. So with my experience as a carer, with my experience as a phlebotomist, plus with this access to medicine on top as well, all three of these combined together gained me a place to become a medical student in the UK, and here I am now as a doctor. So all glory to God, as always, for allowing me to become who I am today. And yeah.
You know what tripped me about what you said just now?
Yeah.
It says, all glory to God who has made me what I am. Now, you don't find, not every 25-year-old talks about God.
Yeah.
They have things that excite them. But this is one of a kind. And I can assure you, my dear, they're going to go very far. Okay? Amen. He also has a website. Yeah. Okay? And he has a YouTube channel as well. And that is Royal Christ College.
Royal Christ College. Yeah,
beautiful.
right.
So if you want to watch more about his videos, about doctoring and everything, go there to watch it. I'll put the link, in the description below. Okay? So you talk about your career progression path. Now I want to ask a question. How did caring for people in nursing homes help your transitioning into becoming a doctor?
Okay, that's a common question that I get asked a lot, especially as a doctor as well. But the thing is, see it like this. For those of you that's watching this video, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a carer, all these three guys combined together is what formulates what we call a patient care, also what we call a multidisciplinary team. Now, I was privileged enough to be a carer, and being a carer showed me the opportunity of how to be patient, how to be caring, how to be. But the thing is, the main thing is, a carer is equivalent to humanity.
Of course.
All carers should have, that basic thing. Being a doctor or a nurse or something is like a responsible officer, but because I did caring first, I was able to show the empathy, the caring skills, the confidence, the listening, the empathy, and all of these different things that make you a holistic doctor. Because there are so many other professions out there where you don't care for anything, but the fundamental thing is, if you can care for someone, if you can love someone, then what's stopping you from being something better? And that's all I've progressed on to do. So I used my caring skills and I added a bit of knowledge to it to become a doctor. So by all means, the main fundamental, the biggest thing that I have underneath me, on top of all the doctor and all the degree and everything that I have, is the fact that I have a caring heart or a caring mind. Brilliant. And where did I develop that from? From my caring work. Because that's the fundamental stepping stone and foundation for you to become whoever you are. Because without that, I could be an arrogant doctor. I could be someone that's just very quickly do my job and move on with it.
Bureaucratic doctor.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm not one of those.
You don't know what the sickness is, you just Google it.
You Google it, yeah. But the thing is, when you're a carer, I was able to see, when I was progressing as a carer, I was able to see dementia patients, autism, people that suffer with autism, even before I was taught all of this in medical school. It's one thing to be taught in a room or on a lecture board, and it's something different to actually experience it and spend a day, 12 hours, 15 hours, 1 year with them and really understanding them. Because when you understand them and you care for them, the treatment plan that you write for them is far better than someone just reading from a book or a dictionary or something like this. You know, that is the main thing that I would say help. As a carer, I was able to empathize. Even when I see a patient now as a doctor, I understand what their problems are. I'm not just thinking from a doctor's perspective. Okay, medication cure that disease. How are they mentally feeling?
Your humanity comes into play.
That's the main thing. How are they feeling today? I take note of all of these things, and when all of these things comes together, then the drug is easy. You just write and it cures a problem, because that is the main thing. And before all of this, sometimes the thing I mainly do is whenever I see a new patient, even when I was in as a carer as well, I always pray to God, make sure you give me the wisdom and the knowledge.
Also, yay! Hey, I clap for that.
Before I see this patient, I always pray, Lord, so before I see a patient or something, I always pray to God, Lord, make sure you tell me what is wrong with them. Make sure because He's the best practitioner in this world.
Yeah.
You know, he's the number one practitioner in the world. He's this, you have all these abilities and qualities, but without his guidance and help, none of it's possible. And that's simply the best way I can put it. So caring allowed me, because what did Jesus teach us in the Bible? He was a carer, wasn't he? When he fed the 5,000 people with just fish and bread and things like this, when he went to the wedding and stuff like this, he performed miracles. Even as a carer, you don't realize it, but you're slowly performing a miracle when you're working with them for this many years, for this many months, for this many so-called years. You're automatically getting that love from them. Where as a carer, what I found out is you can treat someone far better than someone like a doctor who knows them for 5 minutes or 10 minutes in a consultation room.
Thank you.
But the main thing is, using my caring ability, I was able to progress on the ladder and add a bit more qualifications to become a doctor. That's it. That's how it's. That's it. It's helped me.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Beautiful. I mean, he couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
For me. Yeah. Now I want to ask you, because I know some people are wondering. Yeah, that's because you're in the UK and blah blah blah. But if you remember, I talked about career progression part. Now the reason I'm bringing these success stories to you all out there is to give you hope that it is not over until it is over. Now, he might be young, but his road was not exactly smooth.
Yeah.
So we all can progress. Now, I want to ask you a question. What would be your advice to carers who have aspiration of pursuing other careers? Because some have asked me, okay, must you be carers forever? You don't have to be a carer forever. So my question to you now, my friend, is tell this my lovely audience what's your advice would be for them, for those who have further aspiration, who want to aspire to more things, not just being a carer. They want to go as high as they possibly can. What would be your advice to them?
I mean, first of all, well done for starting and choosing caring as the first sector that you started off as. But me personally, I wouldn't, I would recommend that, you can be a carer for 1, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But it's one thing to care for someone, but you also need that financial stability. You also need that financial freedom, especially in the UK and stuff. You need to be able a bit more for allow your kids to grow up, for allow your family, for you to feed your family, to look after them and stuff. So you need that bit of financial stability and freedom. And the only way you can do that is progressing slowly on the ladder. And that is the main reason why I decided to go on to a different career pathway and progress to become a doctor from a carer, because one is I was picking up enough work and I was picking up enough shifts, but I wasn't seeing the results. I was not
financially.
Financially, I wasn't seeing the results. I wasn't able to provide for my needs, for my family's needs and stuff. So I thought to myself, why not? Let's use this as a stepping stone for me to become a bit more financial freedom, and hence why I went on to become a doctor. And some of you watching the video will be like, Mefin, how exactly did you become a doctor? How did you go from a carer? Most of us carers, we don't have any background qualifications. Most of us, we just come to the UK, or we start off randomly working as support workers and stuff. How is it that you managed to go from that all the way up to who you are today? And whilst I was doing caring and stuff, like I told you, you find out courses like access to nursing. If you don't always have to be a carer, you can be a nurse who's just, one step above a carer. So that would automatically alleviate so much of your suffering financially, because the moment you become a nurse, you can pick up different jobs. You're getting paid a bit more, which means now you can, you can look after your family. You can send money back to your family, or abroad, or buy a house, buy a car. So all of a sudden your life is changing. So what I did was enroll onto access to nursing or access to medicine or something. So in my particular case, I was simply a normal carer in a nursing home, and then from there I went on to being a carer, HCA. Using this experience, what I did was go on to becoming a carer in a GP centre.
Okay.
So I was a primary care centre. So they then allowed me to go for training to become a phlebotomist. They then gave me not just training for phlebotomist, a lot of other things that they gave me: wound management, all these different removal of surgical stitches, things like this. They gave me the training for it, which meant that now I'm not just a regular carer that you would see in the nursing home. I'm more of an enhanced carer. I can do the normal working with dementia patients and elderly care and support working and stuff, but now I can also work with the regular population as a carer. So I'm doing blood taking, I'm doing wound management, I'm looking after their blood pressure, mental health. So all of these. So I'm basically now a one level head. So now my pay has, slightly not doubled, but it's gone up slightly. You understand? So now I'm able to take care. I can buy a new shoe whenever I want. If my cousins' birthdays are coming out, I don't really have to worry about nothing. So my slightly pay. Now this also gave me the financial stability to go on to do my degree as well. So when I was in the primary care centre, then one of the doctors that was working with turned around and said, "Meth, you've got so much ability. Why stick as a carer? Why don't you become a nurse or a doctor?" Then I was like, how do I do it? Like, how me? Like, I don't even have the basic college qualifications. I don't have the A levels. I don't have my GCSEs are not that great. My school education is not that great. So I was like, how are you expecting me to be a doctor? When people think of a doctor, they think of this absolutely amazing student in school. So when they think of a doctor, they're thinking, you graduated from school, you're an absolute smashing student. And I asked my doctor, who told me that I was working, how do I do something like this? So then he gave me the access. He was like, why don't you go and enroll on this access? You can find it in all your colleges near you. For example, if you're from London, there's so many colleges that do access to nursing, access to medicine. Go and enroll in one of those courses, and make sure, the thing is, you have to work hard. Whatever you enroll in, make sure you're the best at it. Because there's a lot of other people that's just like you, that has the same vision as you. So when I went there, I gave it my all. It was a 6-month course, but what I made sure was, I knew this was my only shot. This was my only chance. If I get a distinction in this access to medicine thing that I'm doing, then I have a clear shot, because 1, I have access to medicine. 2, I've got doctors that will give me references. 3, I'm a phlebotomist / a HCA in a primary care centre, which is already in the NHS. 4, I've been working as a carer for the past 2-3 years. All these 3 combined made sure that my application was good, and then I had to do a little entrance exam in the UK. Went and did that, and boom, I had literally in 2017, yeah, that was 2017, 5 years ago. I got the opportunity to go to med school, and today in 2022, I'm fully registered with the GMC as a doctor, and here I am. Yeah.
Ain't that lovely?
Yeah.
Okay, I know you guys are wondering. So tell us, honestly, what is your pay like now compared to when you were care assistant?
That's what all you guys want to know. I know most of you guys watch the video now, you want to see that you was a carer, now you're a doctor, you must be earning big bucks, you must be a big shot.
Yeah.
Let me not disappoint you, as a doctor, obviously you earn big bucks. Yeah. That's one inspiration for you there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the fundamental thing, before I say anything further about payment or anything like this, the reason why we do this job shouldn't be solely for money. When you chase your dream, when you chase something day and night without sleep, and when you chase something, the money will follow.
Yes.
If you chase money, you will never gonna make it. It's like, let me give you a quotation. If you chase a girl, she's never gonna be yours.
Are you telling us how you got your wife?
Like, you have to be smooth with it. And I know most of you are probably watching this like, man, this guy's crazy. Nah, but it's just, you gotta put in effort. It should never be the fundamental reason of why you want to be a carer, why you want to be a doctor, why you want to be a nurse. Because most of you, most of us that try to be, we're just seeking for work. We need financial stability. But let me be honest with you. Initially, when I was being a carer, I was getting paid about roughly about £100 a day, maybe 95, 98, depending on. That was from an 8 to 8 shift, so I was doing a 12-hour shift. So for me to start an 8 o'clock shift, I would have to leave my house and wake up at least 6:15, leave my house by like 6:50, nearly 7 o'clock, because I used to work in a care home that was 45 minutes away. So yeah, so you can basically say, and I used to finish at 8, get home for like 8:45, 9 o'clock, make food, sleep, repeat. And I was doing 5 days a week, so Monday to Friday, or sometimes in the weekends as well. And there was some night shifts. And night shifts, when I was doing night shifts, I was getting paid a bit more. Instead of making 100, I was making 130, 140 some days,
Wow.
And then I slowly started picking up agency caring work, and that paid me a bit more. That gave me 120 per day. So instead of 100, 120, and it gave me, almost night shifts gave me 160.
So in a month, how much would you earn?
Around 2,000, roughly just around 2,000.
After tax?
No.
Before tax?
Before tax. Yeah.
Before tax, okay.
Before tax, far considerably less than that after tax.
Okay, so as a doctor?
Okay, then I became a phlebotomist. So when I became a carer in a primary care center, so this might be where most of you will be heading, that's watching this video straight away, or you should be thinking about heading this. I was getting paid £200 for about 6 hours.
As a primary healthcare, oh my God.
So
wow.
You can see, I've already seen that in that statistics. When I became a HCA in a primary care center, I was getting paid 200 for 6 hours.
For 6 hours.
So that's now what I've done is half the time working hour, it was a 12-hour, that was a 6-hour shift, and my money is doubled.
Yeah.
So now I've got time to myself. I can go home, do whatever I want, watch my Netflix, chill with the wife, or go out for a meal. Before I was so constrained at work, 8 to 8. When I come back home, sleep, repeat. Now I can come back home 5, 6 o'clock, 5:30, depending on how fast I do my work. Sometimes I was only booked until 3 p.m. depending on how many bloods that came in that day. So if I finish my work even before that, I'm out. I can even walk out at 3:30, 4 o'clock. I don't need to be there till 5 o'clock.
Till 5.
So sometimes I was getting paid £200 for a 6-hour shift, okay? So £180, £200. And on Christmas, or just before that. The only disadvantage with these primary care centres and stuff is you don't have Christmas jobs, because primary care centres are, they tend to have holidays during Christmas and stuff. Whereas as a carer, you get double pay on
Christmas Day,
Christmas Day,
Boxing Day, New Year Day.
So, but then the thing is, are you going to risk working on that day or spend time with your family, especially on a day that's very important for your culture? Right, me personally, I'd rather spend it with my family. What's the point in getting an extra £100 than and never seeing Christmas with my mum and dad? So I'd rather be with my family. So that was my career progression. Then I moved on to become a doctor. So as a foundation doctor, so basically where I am at now, which is basically this very stepping stone of a doctor, the very basic doctor. I get about 160 a day, £160. So it's just slightly less than a HCA. Okay, but if I pick, that's from 9 to 5. That work consists from 9 to 5. Now I can choose to be on call. What does that mean? What does that exactly mean to you? So I can stay on board for extra shifts. So I can pick up more hours. Instead of my shift ending at 5, I can stay till 9. So that's an extra 4 hours. Now as an on call, I can get up to. I don't make this much, but depending on the hospital that I work for, I can make up to £50 an hour. So if I do 4 hours.
That's £200.
That's 200 plus the 160 that I made for my regular shift. That's nearly 360. So where are we now? We're £100 to £360.
Yeah.
So I've not even tripled. I've nearly quadrupled, nearly 4 times.
Wow.
Nearly 4 times, not exactly, but 3 times. So I have the ability to make up to 360 depending on whether depending on the day. I'm not saying you can guarantee to make that every day, but there are some days where you can get paid up to extra shifts for £50 an hour. So I can go into a hospital on a weekend for Saturday for 5 hours, make £50 per hour, come out. That's what, £250.
Mm.
And you would, as a carer, you would have to work 3 days.
4 days, yeah.
3 to 4 days to make that kind of money.
Mm.
And if I progress on to become a GP or something, I know some of the GPs that in the UK, they make roughly around £700 a day. £700 a day.
Whoa.
Just to be, you know, prescribed some.
Anyway, let's not go to that part. We'll talk about that. Yeah, now we'll talk about that part. But for now, this video actually is done to encourage somebody out there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lose your hope. Keep hope alive.
Prayers.
Thank you. You see, he said it. Prayers. Pray. Believe in God. And remember that it's not over until it is over. It's a matter of us rather changing our mindsets. Mindsets that are not productive. Mm-hmm. You don't need them. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I brought Mefin on is because he's a young guy who has his future well thought out and planned out. Not banking on his own abilities, but very dependent on the God he serves. So please, if you are coming to the UK, that they're on the T2 visa or whatever, or you are here already, do yourselves a favor. Don't get yourself stuck to the system, to the routine, or doing things in and out as being a carer. You can aspire, you can become things, you can become, you can improve on yourself. Does that make any sense? So until I see you in my next video, always remember this, never you forget, that no matter what the matter is, you, my darlings, you matter so much more. Okay? Mefin, you want to say bye?
Yeah, thank you for everyone watching this video. An absolute pleasure working with you guys today and, making a video for you guys. Hopefully I inspired some of you. Like she said, get out your comfort zone.
Exactly.
Push yourself, pray to God, push yourself, and most importantly, leave it to Him, because He always has your path already planned out for you. And before you know it, you'll be in places without even you realizing. So on that note,
au revoir
and out.